From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Time now for the nation's sharpest opinion, and tonight I want to talk about two instances. One immediate and one going back to 2017, which prove the level of radicalization, and yes, Islamist radicalization. People who believe in Islamism, people who believe in intolerance towards other religions, people who use their own point of view, their radicalized thoughts to carry out violence against others. The first case study is of a 16-year-old boy who was forced to join the ISIS by his own mother. He was in the United Kingdom, the 16-year-old boy from Kerala, forced to join the ISIS. His own mother and his stepfather forced the boy to consume ISIS videos. The mother and her live-in partner accused. The woman had converted from Christianity to Islam, and after becoming a Muslim, lives with her partner in the United Kingdom. She was exposed to radicalism herself, and she was so radicalized herself that she was forcing her teenage son to join the ISIS and go to Syria and carry out global jihad. The 16-year-old boy came to Kerala on a break and has gone, along with his biological father, to the police and said to the police, "Save me, my mother wants to send me to be an ISIS terrorist." Viewers, this particular instance is so glaring, but it must make you think. If a mother wants to make her teenage son an ISIS terrorist in Syria, and if you're watching this tonight and thinking, oh, radicalization is a far-off word, it's not going to hit me, remember, the people preaching this radicalization may be right around you. They can be anywhere around you. And we must be very careful of these people. We must expose them. We must put across an entire fishnet so that nobody can run away. The second instance I want to share with you tonight is more like a reminder, because I am of the view that the government has not done enough against Islamist radicalization. Yes, I believe the central government has not done enough. I believe the state governments have done even less. Because obviously there are different forms of political alignments, political realities, and politicians like to handle situations, not always deal with it with an iron hand like they're supposed to. And so when Republic launched, we had put out the ISIS files. Your network had exposed an entire ISIS recruitment cell running from Hyderabad. We put our neck out, we exposed the ISIS recruiters. I would have expected there to be a furor for the center state governments all to come in, but the problem with governments is they believe this is the job of the media, they don't need to pay attention to it till they do it themselves. Well, if the government were doing it itself, by themselves, these situations would not exist. In these tapes, there is a man called Abdullah Basit. By the way, he was caught later, many years later, by the central government, trying to plot bombings ahead of Republic Day many years back in Delhi. But the fact is, when we captured him on tape, he was taken to prison and released. Maybe the central government thought it's not important. Republic has exposed this person. If the central government had acted on this case, locked him up, put him in jail or hung him, then there would have been no terrorist threat. It is just that in the nick of time, this man got caught. I want to play to you his first clip where he says that if you do not accept Islam, then you'll either kill or get killed. There's a first tape of a person stung by Republic way back in 2017, caught later for an act of terrorism many years later. But the most worrying thing is, even after the sting operation, for a long time, many years, he remained a free man on our own soil. Can you believe that? Please hear this.
While jihad on you, I should come to you and I should give you 4 options. That man, please accept Islam and know that Allah is one. And
That is the first option.
Second, if you cannot give it, then give me jizya. Jizya like tax. Give me tax. Third, you should leave your whole country and run for your life.
The last option, if you don't accept Islam, leave your country and run for your life. Now, there is a section in this country who are very indulgent towards these people. They would also have been indulgent towards the suicide bomber who put out a video. Remember yesterday's video? I don't know if you have the pictures of it, where obviously this suicide bomber, who I suspect was on cocaine, was on heavy narcotics, and was trying to fake an American accent and was talking, trying to put out a rationalization for suicide attacks, and then getting frustrated at his inability to mock an American accent or create an American accent or put a rationalization that he got angry and he moved the camera away. You know, these are two faces of the same kind of ideology. Put them 50-50. Let people think tonight. There is no difference between the suicide bomber Omar and the terrorist caught on tape by Republic, Abdullah Basit. But the problem is that when we expose a terrorist like Abdullah Basit, the government does not take it seriously enough. But when another terrorist blows himself up, suddenly the whole establishment wakes up. I want to ask tonight, the central government, the state governments, what were they doing when Republic was exposing this level of radicalization in 2017? It's a very relevant question. And for all the people who say, well, you know, this happens in a democracy, let me play to you when we did the sting operation, Abdullah Basit's views on democracy. Please hear this.
In your of Islam, because you are giving the choice of deciding the law to the people.
So you don't believe in democracy?
I reject democracy. It's not about believing, I reject democracy.
The terrorist says, I reject democracy. The woke lobby says democracy allows him to express his opinion. The terrorist says, I hate democracy. I want to destroy it from within. The woke lobby, the liberals, this fake pseudo-secular lobby says he's allowed to talk like this because we are a democracy. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen, the internal contradictions that begin to appear when you look at things hard. But again, I want to conclude by making one point. I have given you several instances today and built an argument. Do you believe that our government has done enough to take on Islamist radicalization? Do you believe that we have carried out an intensive all-India operation to catch all people with radical thoughts? Or do you believe at some point governments and political parties also start getting on the back foot, thinking that they must not take on everyone together? What is the alternative? In a country which has been torn by Islamist terrorism for decades, what is the alternative? If not a massive, open, nationwide operation. Here are the instances I talked about, and then we'll debate.
May 2017, Republic investigative teams 8 years before the Red Fort blast of Delhi had warned about radicalization. ISIS tapes was a Republic sting operation tracking down Islamic State operatives. Abdullah Basit, an ISIS operative and recruiter, was a free man in Hyderabad. Back from Syria, he normalized radicalization.
The media that is showing about ISIS is totally wrong. I said you personally have been in contact with guys. I know how good they are. Yeah.
You mean to say ISIS guys
Personally.
are good?
Personally. 2014 ISIS. Okay. In हर एक मुसलमान जो ये समझे कि खिलाफत नहीं है, then he is out of the force of Islam. He's a non-Muslim.
So what do you mean by khilafat?
Khilafat basically a thing. There is no kingdom. There is no racism. There is no gender bias. There is no poor rich. Like in India, it's a democratic country, democracy. And I don't
So basically an Islamic state.
Islamic state.
Like
not Islamic state.
enforcement of Sharia.
Yeah, basically. Sharia. Totally. Not only for Muslims, for all Christians, even if non-Muslim, this is good. And I say, and if I get a chance to say on a platform, I definitely say that Hindus or Dalits or anyone, they will be more happy under Islamic State than India.
ISIS operative Abdullah Basit, in this 18-minute sting operation in 2017, admitted to radicalizing youth while being a free man.
Abrar told me that you had a major role to play in radicalizing him, in motivating him.
True.
You used to show him videos of killings. You used to say, used to say Baghdadi is the lord of all.
No, I didn't say it.
What did you say?
I want to say he's the Lord. Basically,
No.
I'll say you once.
Something like that. What did you say about Baghdadi?
मैं आपको एक सेंटेंस में आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि अबरार को कैसे radicalize करा. I texted him on his Facebook. I said like Abrar, अबे हंसी आ रही है. खिलाफत आ गई. He was so sweet. He was like खिलाफत किसको बोलते हैं? He knew zero.
Like Umar Nabi, the Red Fort terrorist who was highly radicalized, Abdullah Basit confessed that he was ready to trigger blasts like the one seen in Dilsukh Nagar, Hyderabad in 2013 that killed 13 people.
किसी को जाना है तो फिर कैसे जाएगा?
मुश्किल अब मैं ये बताऊँ आपको बहुत अच्छे सवाल पूछा क्योंकि जाने का रास्ता बंद हो गया और आदमी फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाता तो ये जो परसों जो पकड़े गए बच्चा ऐसे इसके हैदराबाद में वो होने वाला है वही होगा
क्या?
हर रास्ता बंद हो गया रूम के बाहर निकलना है कुछ नहीं मिला तो क्या करूँगा मैं रूम के अंदर ही स्टार्ट कर दूंगा
परसों क्या हुआ था?
आईसिस के जो बच्चे पकड़े गए थे अटैकिंग प्लान्स इन इंडिया इन हैदराबाद मॉल्स
When?
नहीं जब पूछताछ करने हमको
परसों नहीं ना? अब जैसे बोले
मैम यू आर न्यू टू हैदराबाद
Yeah.
In Hyderabad, परसों is around 1 year ago. ये कौन सा ये मंथ? रमजान मेरे नहीं का भाई जुलाई 2016. 7-8 लोग इब्राहिम यज़दानी, इलियास यज़दानी, one who is present in चंद्रगुड़ा जेल. क्या करे वो लोग? They give alliance like paper पे लिखे हैं all this thing. Why? Because they didn't have any way to go there.
So when people are frustrated and they don't have any way, then what happens?
This happens.
What? They plan terror attacks in
Give some bomb blast.
In the country.
Basically, करेंगे.
Jaish, Lashkar, Indian Mujahideen, Islamic State. Names are different. Ideology is the same. Unleash Islamist terror. A confession made by Abdullah Basit.
What about Shafi Armar?
शाफी अरमान भी फेसबुक ही से था मैं फेसबुक ही से था शाफी
You were directly in touch with him.
Yeah. He was like very much किसको बोलते हैं गज़वाल हिंद जो है ना He was very specific about this thing you have to do war against India this one he was to you वहाँ पर दे रहा था
What was he saying?
war गज़वाल हिंद there's a prophet's word about India that the army from Khorasan that is from Afghanistan will come before the end of time they will attack India and they will be the best among the mankind so you have got a good priority for that
So basically he wanted to attack India.
basically yeah
So he said that to you. He wanted you to be part of that network or?
he actually wanted to be part of that आप खुद सोचो 7 members of IM are in Islamic State Shafi Armar is from Islamic State Riyaz Bhatkar is outside Yasin Bhatkar is inside
Riyaz Bhatkar is in Pakistan.
maybe according to you media he is in Pakistan and now if 7 members of IM are in ISIS then basically Riyaz is also in support of ISIS in that way Shafi Armar knows that Yasin Bhatkar is a good guy in this field so you basically will both
You mean to say IM and ISIS are together?
Democracy is kufr, he told Republic, while sitting on Indian soil. Radicalized in Syria, de-radicalized on return. He remained radicalized at the time of this interview.
What about the democracy?
according to me democracy is kufr
Is?
Kufr is another big word which means that if you do praying along with Allah it's kufr you're out of Islam and insulting the Prophet Muhammad means if you do then you're out of Islam the same way if you believe in democracy then you're out of Islam because you are giving the choice of deciding the law to the people
So you don't believe in democracy?
I reject democracy it's not about believing I reject democracy yeah I am using it I reject democracy.
This clip sums up the threat posed by radicalization. In 2017, Republic warned agencies that radicalization alone was the number one threat to India.
Implementation of Sharia in India, in the whole world, everywhere.
Whole world.
So what happens when people?
Doing in India is a greater deed.
Yeah. So what if people didn't want that implementation? So what has to be done to those people?
Basically, we will give them dawah. I'll say the rules of jihad. I'll say the
Give them what?
Dawah.
Like
Please accept Islam. Like when you're going to jihad, I'm waging a war jihad on you. I should come to you and I should give you 4 options. That man, please accept Islam and know that Allah is one. And
that is the first option.
Second, if you cannot give it, then give me jizya. Jizya like tax. Give me tax. Third, you should leave your whole country and run for your life. Or fight with us.
Fight with us?
Yeah, basically.
Basically get killed.
Maybe kill or killed. Maro ya maro.
When Republic broke the story, Abdullah Basit received political backing in 2017. But relentless investigation ensured he was eventually arrested in 2018, 1 full year after the Republic expose. And the NIA claimed back then that he was planning to flee India after triggering attacks. Tonight, the menace of radicalization is spreading in unimaginable ways. Take this case from Kerala, where a 16-year-old youth was radicalized by his own mother and stepfather and forced to join Islamic State.
While was pursuing his studies in London along with the family there he told that he was forced or he was radicalized and he was asked to go to Syria and also made certain aspects of everything there, like given some content about radical content has been taught to him. As he was not showing the liking toward that thing there, he was sent back here and he was put up in a orphan home here.
As India fights the war against radicalization, sadly, there is a global ultra-woke lobby that offers them cover in both India and abroad. Like this one, the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, or USCIRF. Watch how they gave cover to people like Sharjeel Imam. The Islamist plus ultra-woke lobby must be challenged before it's too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you support our campaign against Islamist radicalization, if you support our campaign against this mix of pseudo-secular, woke and Islamist radicalization, I request you all to join the Nationalist collective, Rashtravadi Samuh, a growing group of people, like-minded people, who don't want to join a political party, or maybe from a political party, but who believe that they must work in national interest. Viewers, these are major risks that Republic takes. Let me first say, Tom Vadakan, good evening, Ratan Sharda and YG Madhuvanti, along with Tala Amar Rashidi of the Rashtriya Ulama Council, Atikur Hussain, Syed Babar Ashraf Kichachwi of the All India Mohammadi Mission, Zubair Memon of the Maharashtra Muslim Conference, and I think I've introduced everyone. I just want to tell you viewers, when we do the sting operation, it is not, we take risk. And Republic is the only network, by the way, which has carried out sting operations on many terrorists and many people from ISIS also. From ISIS also. Active ISIS terrorists we have done sting operations on them. Now the problem is that for 1 year after the sting operation on Abdul Basit, he was taken to prison, he was removed because all these All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin types come out and they protest and then they get released. For 1 year, Ratan Sharda, Tom Vadakan, he remained a free man after our arrest, after our sting operation. He was caught 1 year later when there was enough information he was going to carry out a bomb blast in Delhi ahead of Republic Day. Which means the government did not take our warning seriously. The government did not take our warning seriously. Today the government is woken up. But we did this expose when? In 2017. You see that, Tom Vadakan? I don't know why the government is being so slow. You can't reform these
Because the government
people.
knows that you're running an agenda. Because the government knows Arnab is running an agenda, a prejudice, setting a narrative and collectively marginalizing, demonizing and dehumanizing the Muslims of India. That is the reason why the government doesn't take Arnab and his fake stories seriously.
Thank you for saying
Arnab
that,
is
but I
bringing
want to give you the postscript to that. Tala, this man Abdullah Basit, was arrested a year later. This same man, don't shout, don't support terrorists, don't support terrorists, don't support terrorists. I am only saying that Abdullah Basit was sentenced to a 5-year imprisonment. He was arrested on August 12, 2018. He was sentenced in September 2023. He was sentenced in September 2023 and is presently in prison serving a 5-year term. But I shudder to think that this man could be released from prison in 2028. Tom Vadakan, why would we be lax? These are terrorists. You heard what he said.
And strict action should be taken against him. I say it vocally.
Can you put his feeder down,
Arnab?
because I think it's not his turn to speak. You asked me a question, let me answer that. You have alerted the nation, you have done your duty. The government then should have acted, but finally when realization came, they acted. And then one more thing that needs to be understood, that law and order is government. There is a sword hanging on that. And you have rightly pointed out, you have taken the risks. And this gentleman who's sitting here and blaming you for creating, he has done, I can tell you, Arnab has done this nation a favor. If people like you can scream and shout against him for doing, he's DA nationalist. I'm not praising him because I'm on his show. I know him for the last 25 years. I know how he's come up and how he has struggled. And he's put things, he speaks the truth and he stands by the truth. Try and patient where you try to demean a human being who's a nationalist to the core. And let me tell you what is happening in Kerala.
I have previous objections against the term Islamic radicalization. What do you mean by Islamic radicalization?
Islamist radicalization is what I said, not Islamic. Islamist radicalization. Islamist radicalization is a reality.
You should take this word back. You should.
1 minute. Just let Tom complete his point and change the person on the right. I'll come to you again. Let Tom make his point. We are all hearing each other tonight. Tom, please.
Anna, being the only Keralite on this show today, it is my responsibility to give you a view of what is happening. And now this gentleman, this young person, 16-year-old, has been charged by his own mother on POSCO. 16-year-old, that his sister. But the fact of the matter is, when this young man went to the police station, he said, this is nothing to do with my own sister. I have not molested her. This is another story where they wanted me to radicalize, go to Syria and take up arms and part of the jihadi movement. This is the gospel truth. Now let's not deny that. And this gentleman was put there, his mother, I mean, can you believe it? A mother going against a son with how much of radicalization has come to that mother who has gone and said, look, my son is under POSCO and he should be booked. That is one issue. Then entire thing. Now, thing I need to point out, the brother of the stepfather is in jail today. And why? There is this Kanakkamala case, ISS recruitment case, which was diluted by the left government. And the courts had to intervene to open investigation. Was this man, this brother of the step father, happened to be an IS recruitment agent. And that is the case, and that's why he's in jail.
Yeah. Point is that when I just want to come in here, Tom, for a moment.
Yeah.
When I spoke, when I said that in Hyderabad there is a very big ISIS recruitment module going on, Ratan Sharda, I was told that you are a Hindu fundamentalist. I said, how can I be a Hindu fundamentalist? I'm a nationalist. I said there is a ISIS recruitment going on and I will prove it. I proved it on Republic. I did sting operations. These are not de-radicalized people. These are radicalized people. I was told you are a fundamentalist. Later, we did this in May, June 2017. 1 year later, he was arrested for leading the Abu Dhabi module of the ISIS in India and being part of Islamic State radicalization and recruitment in India. And I want to know tonight, I want to know why Syed Babar Ashraf Kichachwi, Atikur Rahman, Tala Amir Rashidi and Zubair Memon will not go to the roads against this kind of radicalization. People are being killed, bombs are being put off.
Arnab,
aren't you seeing what's happening? It comes from a mind and a mindset, but they will not speak against the mindset. They will not speak against the mindset. Maybe they are scared. Maybe Syed Babar Ashraf डरते हैं. Maybe Zubair Memon जी डरते हैं. Maybe Atikur Rahman भी डरते हैं. मैं नहीं जानता. हो सकता है डरते हैं, मगर सच के लिए बोलिए. सैयद बाबर अशरफ जी, this is the time to speak up.
Very first, I would like to add one thing. Yeah, please.
This is the time to speak up.
I strongly oppose to. I strongly oppose the term Islamic radicalization.
It is Islamist radicalization.
It is not only factually
Islamist
incorrect,
radicalization. You saw the video of Abdullah Basit. No, you don't. No, I will not allow you to misquote me. I spoke about Islamist. Don't you understand simple English? Don't you understand simple English? Don't misquote. Don't misquote. It was Islamist radicalization. It was Islamist radicalization, and Islamist radicalization is being spoken about worldwide.
No faith and no community identity.
What is this Ghazwa?
This is very easy
Linking the peaceful faith of Islam with radicalization is an injustice to millions of law-abiding Indian Muslims who contribute to the nation every day.
Please, when a radical says that I follow Islamic teachings, when he says that I will follow only them, not the constitution, nor the democracy, you are saying there is no religious identity. When he clearly says there is an identity, how can you deny that? You can say he's wrong, but you cannot say he's not an Islamist. That is the wrong way because you're trying to defend a person that is indefensible. The biggest
why don't you say
is Dr.
Why
Zakir
don't you
Hussain.
say this extreme perverse agenda?
All the panelists sitting and not one person will criticize Dr. Zakir Hussain, following whom the biggest white collar.
Okay, let me just use the word radicalization then, if that makes you more happy. Mr. Ashraf, Syed Babar Ashraf, my question to you tonight is this. Let my question to you tonight is this, and let us listen to this one case. There is a case which has come from Kerala, which Tom Vadakan was talking about, where a mother is forcing her 16-year-old son, where a mother is forcing her 16-year-old son to join the ISIS. What would you call that?
Let me complete. When Hillary Clinton says we created Al-Qaeda, why the entire world did not have opposed? Why she has created Al-Qaeda? When she says, I created Al-Qaeda, it means there is a Western agenda, there is a US agenda to indoctrinate hate,
follow Western agenda?
to inculcate, to basically...
Why should we defend the radicalization of Bharatiya Muslims?
The West is basically
We condemn
radicalizing young, the global youth across the world, using this using these forces.
Every school which radicalize the people. You will not speak about that.
We have condemned. I have condemned. I have done so many rallies.
All the panelists here.
You just go through my profile. I have organized.
Syed Babar Ashraf. Syed Babar Ashraf, because Mr. Ashraf, can I Ratan Sharda go?
Can you please deny that the book tells you that Darul Harb must be converted to Darul Islam? Who teaches these people such lessons? Our own madrasas, our own radical schools like Deobandi and Bareilly, and we call them
for both.
Best agenda. This is basically Saudi, Qatar, UAE. These countries, Turkey, these countries are trying to infiltrate.
I am saying by all means, you criticize Islamist people, jihadis. You must. But my question is, when you say
why don't you see this?
Let
me complete. Why don't you see this?
Islam? You are denying the basis.
Why don't you see this Al Qaeda? Let me complete.
Okay, 1 minute. Syed Babar Ashraf ji, I want to speak to you. Ratan Sharda, give me an opportunity, please. Ratan Sharda, give me an opportunity, please. Ratan Sharda ji, give me an opportunity, please.
Let me complete.
Syed Babar, I want to speak to you. Just you and me, please, for the screen for a while. Syed Babar, Syed Babar Ashraf and Atikur and Zubair Memon. I will let you speak, but you need to hear me, sir.
Another last point.
Sir, you need to hear me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, you need to hear me, sir. I'm speaking to you, sir. I'm speaking to you, sir. Join my mission of nationalism in the country. Join my mission to create a nationalist collective in the country. Be a nationalist.
If you will target Islam in the name of radicalization.
No, 1 minute. A man, I'll tell you who is targeting Islam. The man who is admitting. Can I have him and me on air, please? For a minute. Can you do that? Thank you. Now listen to me, Syed Babar.
Does Zakir Hussain represent
Can I
Islam?
have the windows made, Pradeep?
Yes or no?
Why does it take so long? I can't have a conversation with one man. Syed Babar, listen to me. You and I must have a conversation right now on this subject, and you must listen to me. Please do. Please do. Listen to the other side. Sir, the man who is in touch with ISIS is the man who is defaming Islam, the man who is admitting to radicalization of innocent youth, saying I'm part of a global recruitment agency for ISIS.
Not Islam, in the name of Islam.
In the name of Islam. In the name of Islam, he is determined to wage war against India. In the name of Islam, he is planning a bomb blast. In the name of Islam, he says, I reject democracy. In the name of Islam, he says, I want Sharia. In the name of Islam, he says, I want Khilafat. In the name of Islam, in the name of Islam, he is building the ISIS base in India. In the name of Islam, he is saying our philosophy is to kill or get killed. In the name of Islam, he is saying, I want to wage a war of jihad. In the name of Islam, he says, I will work with Riaz Bhatkal. In the name of Islam, he says, I have turned 100 people into terrorists. In the name of Islam, he says, if I cannot go to Syria, I will carry out terrorism in India. And I had this man on tape. The problem is, you need to realize one thing. You need to say tonight, Arnab is making this argument as a nationalist to a fellow citizen, in the hope that Syed Babar Ashraf Kichachwi will support my mission. Because I believe it is a responsibility of people like you as well to make sure this radicalized philosophy comes to an end. More than me, I would say it is a responsibility of Muslim leaders like you to understand that we are taking risks to expose the radicals who are using the name of Islam. But you can do it, but you're not doing it. Where you disappoint me is that you should be on the streets carrying out a huge protest today against these jihadis. But you won't. You see, the thing is, Tala Ahmed Rashidi will come into TV debates with Arnab. He will not go out there and say, he will not go out there and say that Arnab is on a mission to bring this radicalization in this country to an end.
I agree. Arnab is the true nationalist, the true son of the soil. Now allow me to say something if you
No,
may.
I don't want your certificate. I want you to fight radicalization.
No, I'm
I
saying
want
I'm
you to
fighting
understand
radicalization. I
that
condemn
I want you to understand here. Now I'm coming to you. No, 1 minute, 1 minute. Tala, listen to me. Don't speak to me because don't have this presumption when you are speaking to me. Understand an Indian is telling another fellow Indian tonight, and I'm telling you something tonight. I am telling you something tonight that there are people who are active consumers of radicalization in this country. We need to join hands to take them on. We don't need to eulogize Burhanwani and Mananwani.
I want to join hands with Arnab, the true nationalist, the true son of the soil. And I condemn this in the same vocal voice the way Arnab condemns this radicalization. Now, I just want to know one thing from Arnab and the whole panel sitting on the left side of my screen, that there are people running a Padyatra in the name of establishing a Hindu Rashtra. They condemn the democracy.
Why did I take him off here? What's going on here? What kind of direction is that? I mean, my director really messed it up. He was speaking, it was taken off here.
Arnab, I was talking about a particular person running a Padyatra in the country in the name of establishing a Hindu Rashtra. Do you agree? He condemns democracy. That's against democracy, against constitution, against the basic fundamentals of India and Indianness. But Arnab won't condemn that. That isn't radicalization. I just want to know what sort of radicalization is that. There are people from the party in the day, government of the day, belonging to the party of the government of the day. They are attending.
I would like to respond to you before I bring in Madhuvanti into the debate. I would like to respond to you before I bring in Madhuvanti on the debate, so that you don't have the opportunity to say that Arnab did not reply to me.
What is this Islamist radicalization?
I would like to respond to you before Madhuvanti comes on the debate, so that you don't have a chance to say that Arnab did not reply to me, but you'll have to be quiet if you want to hear my response. Viewers, you will have to be quiet if he wants to hear my response. He will have to be quiet. He will have to be quiet if he wants to hear my response. First of all, you be quiet before you hear my response. I'll respond to you. Madhuvanti is there tonight. 1 minute. I don't want to be spoken over. I'll respond in 30 seconds. I don't have Rahul Gandhi level intelligence.
Why do you want to shift the blame from politics and the government to the community?
This is so irritating. I need to be given a chance to reply. You see,
please go ahead.
You see, and please don't interrupt me. I find it very strange that people like Tala Amir Rashidi dare to compare a religious figure, Baba Bageshwar, a Hindu religious... 1 minute, to a terrorist. He compares a significant Hindu religious figure, Baba Bageshwar, followed by hundreds of millions in this country for being a religious preacher. He compares him to a terrorist. But if I were to compare any Islamic religious figure to a terrorist, he would say, you're speaking against my religion. Furthermore, I want to say tonight, I shall say tonight, that why did OSC give legal aid to an ISIS suspect? Why did OSC give legal aid to an ISIS suspect and call him the brother of Ishrat Jahan? Was Ishrat Jahan a terrorist or not? You answer me.
Who?
Who? You haven't heard of Ishrat Jahan?
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you because I was speaking something.
Oh, yeah, now you hear. Yeah, then when Arnab is going ballistic, you say, who? I'm a great debater because I have logic and reasoning and nationalism on my side, and you don't.
I've learned your skills, Arnab. I've mastered your skills. I've mastered your skills of debate, learning from you itself.
You will not learn from me in a million years. Please don't do that. I'm saying Ishrat Jahan was supported by people like you and Sharad Pawar and Rahul Gandhi, and the Congress said Indian Mujahideen is not a terrorist group. You were very happy then. You didn't say that's
Rahul Gandhi. I say, go and ask about
I'm asking you.
You should ask about the Congress government. I have told it very clearly that I condemn any sort of terror act.
I am on radicalization and I am against the equalization of radicalization, because Hindus are not radicalized.
Islamism in the name of
Hindus are not radicalized, but certain sections of Muslims have become very radicalized.
No religion.
Haven't certain sections of Muslims become very radicalized? Am I saying a wrong thing? Is it a reality or not that in our country certain sections of Muslims have become very radicalized?
No religion promotes or sponsors terrorism.
What do you do when people don't want to listen?
You cannot talk.
Be a religious person. Please understand that. Stop this particular selective outrage. You should, if you are a true Indian.
What is selective outrage, sir? What is selective outrage? Nobody is being selective about outrage. What is happening is real.
When are you going to come to terms with the fact that what is happening is real? This is not selective outrage. This is a national outrage. We are all nationalists here talking about something that has become real. Are you going to come and tell me that the Al-Falah University is not radicalized? Are you going to tell me that those 4 doctors are not radicalized? Are you going to come and tell me that this man who spoke, Umar Nabi, is not radicalized? Are you going to tell me that the video that we saw of the person in 2017 is not radicalized?
Show the video.
And you are going to try and compare? You are going to try and compare a Hindu sannyasi to an Islamist terrorist? How dare you?
There's nothing called Islamist terrorist. There's nothing.
How dare you? To what you just said 10 minutes ago on national television.
To establish a Hindu terrorist
to an Islamist terrorist.
To say that.
And you
I am saying tonight that I am
question this because we question it, we are communal, but you talk about it, you are secular, because the word secular was added in the Indian Constitution by Madam Indira Gandhi. I do not understand this logic. You have no right to talk about a Hindu sannyasi when we are talking about Islamic radicalization. If you have the guts, accept that the people in Al-Falah University are radicalized. Accept that the Maulvi who spoke to these doctors is radicalized.
Islamic terrorism, different bundle strengthened because of the terrorism. We need to fight unitedly as Indians, unitedly as Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs and Isais against terrorism.
I am not talking about Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs. I am talking about Islamist.
You cannot call selective. You cannot have selective outrage. You should be
There is nothing selective today. There is nothing selective that I am speaking about today, and I need to speak to you, Talam and Rashidi. And I want to tell people in this country, with the greatest of sincerity, join the Nationalist collective. Many of you watching the program say, we want to support you or not, but we don't want to join politics. I say, join my Nationalist collective. It's a non-political group that is growing in members. It will have millions of members. And all that we want to do in the Nationalist collective is fight all forms of radicalization. The question is tonight, Atikur Rahman and Zubair Memon, to change something, you must accept the problem. The problem is you cannot change something agar aap manne ko taiyar nahi hai. Now, forensic analysis establishes that the ammonium nitrate used in the Red Fort blast matches the Faridabad hall. There is a direct operational link to this and to Al-Falah. This proves that these are not isolated incidents but part of a larger ideological network to break the country by hardline Islamist terrorist groups that in the name of Islam want to carry out terrorism. In the name of Islam. In the name of Islam want to carry out terrorism. In the name of Islam, Al-Qaeda carries out terrorism. In the name of Islam, Lashkar, Jaish, all do this in the name of Islam. And there is only one network. We are constantly asking this question. I ask you tonight this. See, if terror has no religion, why Maulana Zubair, Maulana Shamsul Huda, Maulana Tawqir Raza, Maulana Osama Omar, Maulana Kaleem Siddiqui, why have they carried out radicalized activities across 5 different states in a couple of months? Why is the liberal class silent on the fact that Muslim doctors, Muslim software engineers, Muslim management professionals, and even Sarjil Imam, Muslim computer engineer, why are these people becoming radicalized? Why did Sarjil Imam say Muslims must carry out violence in India, cut off the Northeast? Why are Muslim professionals joining ISIS, AQ, Jaish? Is it Islamophobia to point out that recruitment has shifted from mosques to Instagram, Telegram and encrypted digital networks? Why is the section of these people unwilling to accept the uncomfortable fact that Ghazwa-e-Hind ideology trends are there inside radicalized, educated, urban Muslim circles? Why do progressives, so-called ignore the fact that the subjugated Muslim narrative, woman narrative is no longer fitting? There is Dr. Shaheen, there are operators, recruiters, propagandists. You want to target Arnab because I'm asking these questions. But who are these people? Is there not an ecosystem of people who are in denial? They are in complete denial in this country. And we need to wake up. It's going to hurt the Muslim community as much as anyone else. Wake up. ये किसी के लोग नहीं हैं. Dr. Umar Nabi. Did you see the video? Abdullah Basit, did you see the video I showed? Zubair Memon. Wake up. Understand what's happening. Otherwise, you will not be able to stop it. Do you realize it's gone too far? मैंने टेप 2017 में रखी थी जुबैर जी. क्या क्या किसी ने 1 साल तक ये बाहर रहा. कहां थे आप लोगों ने समर्थन की मेरी? कहा उस वक्त कि अर्नब ठीक कर रहे हो, रिस्क ले रहे हो, कर रहे हो, इनको ऐसे लोगों को एक्सपोज कर रहे हो? नहीं. आप वाहवाही कहते हैं जब चिदम्बरम ये सब आपके लिए बात करते हैं, कांग्रेस पार्टी कहता है. उनको पॉलिटिक्स करनी है जुबैर जी. आप जैसे लोग ये भगवा आतंकवाद की बात करते हैं. हाँ, भगवा आतंकवाद की बात करने में आप, रतन शाह तो हम सब जानते हैं, आप पहले नंबर पर हैं भगवा आतंकवाद. मगर जब आपके आंखों के सामने मैंने दिखा दिया है तो एक्सेप्ट कीजिए, है ना. ओवर टू यू सर.
अर्नब जी, आपने बहुत अच्छी बात कही कि हमको सबको मिल करके आतंकवाद के खिलाफ लड़ना चाहिए.
अभी मगर वगर शुरू करेंगे.
बताना चाहूंगा कि इस देश का हर एक मदरसे का मौलाना, हर एक मस्जिद का इमाम और हर एक सोशल और पॉलिटिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का मुस्लिम लीडर, चाहे वो किसी स्टेट का हो, किसी शहर का हो, किसी भी प्रदेश के, देश के किसी कोने का हो, उसने सबने मिलके इसी संगठन को एक आतंकवादी संगठन डिक्लेयर किया है. और इसिस में ज्वाइन होना इस्लाम से कहीं भी उसका ताल्लुक नहीं है, ये ओपनली डिक्लेयर किया है. चाहे वो पॉलिटिकल लीडर हो, ओवैसी जैसे,
जो घटना दिल्ली में हुई, क्या वो आईएसआईएस ने की? दिल्ली में होने वाली घटना तो आईएसआईएस ने नहीं की ना. उसको भी आप लोगों ने, कई लोगों ने कह दिया कि नहीं, ये तो
नहीं. रतन जी, रतन शारदा जी, लेट हिम फिनिश. रतन शारदा जी, टू बी फेयर, लेट हिम फिनिश एंड देन यू कैन ऑल रिस्पॉन्ड प्लीज.
इसिस का समर्थन करना आतंकवाद है. इसिस के समर्थन में जो भी आता है,
अलग अलग नाम होते हैं. आईसिस, इस्लाम, इंडियन मुजाहिदीन, पीएफआई, ये सब सेम है.
आईएम कौन है?
आपको पीएफआई और आईएम के बीच में क्या फर्क दिखता है?
आज आपने जो डिबेट का जो मुद्दा रखा था वो इसिस रखा था. इसिस से कनेक्टेड लोग नहीं.
मैं तो रेडिकलाइजेशन के खिलाफ हूं. आईसिस इज वन ऑफ द मेनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. ऐसे बहुत
उसी पे आ रहा था सर मैं.
ऐसे बहुत
उसी पे आ रहा था.
हाँ,
उसी पे आ रहा था सर मैं. इस तरीके का कोई भी संगठन जो रेडिकलाइजेशन फैलाए, इस तरह का कोई भी छुटभैया नेता, कोई भी छुटभैया लड़का जो आप दिखा रहे हैं इसमें, जो रेडिकलाइजेशन फैलाए, वो आतंकवाद है. उसका अपोज होना चाहिए.
इनका इकोसिस्टम कौन है? इनके समर्थन कौन करते हैं? इनको प्रोटेक्शन कौन देते हैं?
वो इसिस हो, चाहे वो आईएम हो, चाहे वो जेयूएच हो, या कोई भी ऐसा संगठन हो जो रेडिकलाइजेशन फैला रहा है, आतंकवाद फैला रहा है, उसके ऊपर सख्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए. वो फिर कोई इस्लाम के नाम पे फैला रहा हो, या वो फिर महाराष्ट्र के जो डीआईजी ने अपनी एक किताब लिख करके कहा है कि आरएसएस देश का सबसे बड़ा आतंकवादी संगठन है.
डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन, जिसने कई टेररिस्ट खड़े किए, लोगों ने कहा उसे इंस्पायर हुए, उसको आप क्या मानते हो? क्या आप डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन को आप क्रिटिसाइज करोगे, उसको कंडेम करोगे? सीधा सा सवाल दीजिए. आपको सवाल पूछा, आप बताइए डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन ने सही किया कि गलत किया? क्या वो जो इस्लाम सिखाते हैं वो सही है कि गलत है?
सबसे बड़ा आतंकवादी संगठन है, तो आपको उसको भी कंसिडर करना होगा.
अगर कोई जाकिर हुसैन गलत इस्लाम सिखाता है, आपके जाकिर हुसैन इंडिया में नहीं आना चाहिए, कहिए ना आप. अगर आपको लगता है कि गलत सिखाया जा रहा है, आप जाकिर हुसैन को कंडेम करिए.
जाकिर नाइक
नहीं आना चाहिए. आपने कहना चाहिए सही इस्लाम नहीं सिखा रहा जाकिर हुसैन. किसी ने नहीं कहा. सारे आप बैठे, किसी ने कहा कि
जाकिर नाइक के खुद बयान आ रहे हैं कि बीजेपी उसको लाना चाह रही है.
कोई नहीं बोला.
बयान यूट्यूब पे पड़े हुए हैं कि बीजेपी उसको लाना चाह रही है.
लोगों ने कहा समर्थन करिए, अत्याचार हो रहा है, 370 हटाया गया, तो ये सारे इसके लिए भड़के हुए हैं. आपने कहा कि रेडिकलाइजेशन का 370 से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. आपने कहा कि रेडिकलाइजेशन का किसी मुस्लिम को लेना देना नहीं है.
I want Tom Wadakan and Atikur back on the debate.
मुसलमानों पे अत्याचार नहीं
Tom Wadakan and Atikur, and I just want to point out here today today, viewers, I just want to point out on an aside that when Afzal Guru was hanged, Shashi Tharoor had an outpouring of grief. Today he wants to join BJP. Shashi Tharoor had an outpouring of grief. He called it cold-blooded execution. Shashi Tharoor was a supporter of all the people who were against Afzal Guru's hanging. Yaqub Memon. And Shashi Tharoor said, I'm very sad that Yaqub Memon has been hanged. I just want Tom, BJP to remember it when he puts his application form in the BJP office. You see, Tom, things are changing in our country. We must have a hard state. Are we doing enough, truly? Are we truly doing enough?
Well, the fact of the matter is the government is taking steps, and it is happening. In my own state of Kerala, which has become the epicenter for recruitment activities that are going on, I do not want to go into all details because NIA is looking into it. There are institutions who are getting orphans from Kashmir and brainwashing them and doing the kind of thing and training them for radicalization. Now, these are things that are happening, and it's an eye-opener. And this is cover-up operation given by the left, the Communist Party. Now, let me also tell you something. 2019, this Al Faza University was given was recognized as a state university. And it was done in doubles. Who gave this instruction? Huda did not get a dream that he has to set up a state university. The call came from 10 Janpath. And that is the reality we have to face. This is the ecosystem that this kind of activity. That are defending them.
Okay, I've got a little bad video line out there, but I want Atik to comment on that. Atik, on several issues, you've spoken out. This is your opportunity, this is your stance. I want you to address Talam Rashidi, Syed Babar, Zubair Memon, and tell them not to be on the defensive. Arnab is not targeting them. I'm talking for the country. Atik, you explain to them. You people talk about saffron terrorism day in and day out. Even now you are looking for an attempt to rationalize, normalize, explain. I ask a question about ISIS, I'm told about RSS. ये देखिए मानसिकता. आतिकुर रहमान कब तक ये बैलेंसिंग करने की कोशिश करेंगे? In the name of Islam, this terrorism is happening. In the name of Islam. You must do something. You have a responsibility too, Atik. Wake up, Atik, wake up. Don't take a...
Arnab, these monsters of Islamist terrorism, can be dealt with a very, very effective and capable government which is missing in India. The BJP government is the most ineffective and inefficient government. They want to hire corrupt politicians like Ajit Pawar. They are communal in nature, and none other than the National Security Advisor, Mr. Ajit Doval, has said, Mr. Ratan Sharda, no Hindu organization is supporting the Indian government in dealing with terrorism than the Muslims of India. You should be ashamed, Mr. Ratan Sharda, that the National Security Advisor is saying this, that you are not supporting them. We are supporting the government of India.
You are choosing to quote the National Security Advisor in different ways that works for you. Please don't do that. Don't try. The National Security Advisor has, you cannot take a sentence here and there in the context of your political debate. The question was wholly different. The question was, what would you do? Why don't you address Talam Rashidi?
They are not supporting the government of India in dealing with terrorism.
Well, good if Muslims don't, but are you speaking out? No. Good if Muslims don't. But are you speaking out against the group of radicalized Muslims who are carrying out violence in the name of Islam?
जो कहते हैं सेकुलरिज्म बचाओ, उनको हम कहते हैं कि आप हिंदुओं का
सपोर्ट करो। आप कहते हैं कि हम टेररिस्टों को सपोर्ट करें,
तो
क्या कहना चाहते हैं आप?
माफी मांगिए देशवासियों से,
किस बात की माफी?
माफी मांगिए देशवासियों से।
Two people on it. I can't wrap it, sir.
कि आपका समर्थन उनको हासिल नहीं है,
इसी तरह से
आपका समर्थन उनको हासिल
नहीं। बात करें, किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं?
Louder, Father.
Damn RSS, damn the VHP and the Bajrang Dal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic case of someone who's got his priorities wrong. Atikur Rahman wants to run a narrative of his own, but I won't let him do that on Republic. But I want to appeal to everyone once again tonight. Please, viewers, join the Nationalist collective. Strengthen our hands. Strengthen the Republic Media Network. At this point of time, we need your support more than ever. Thank you for watching tonight. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.